Thanks for tuning in to ABC's YouTube channel for your 2017 legislative briefing. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to highlight what bills I think is going to impact the construction community during this session and potentially have passed for years to come. The first one, good news, historical tax credit legislation. This bill will be back again this year, and the bright news is that the legislators, these individuals behind me, will actually have a new white paper to look at. That white paper is going to document the economic impact that historical tax credits have on communities. It's going to talk about revitalization. It's going to talk about truly stimulating the economy. It's going to lay out the number of jobs that these kind of tax credits increase. I think the big deal here is that the legislative body will finally see that this is not a false stimulation of economy like many people have argued. This is real jobs and real money, and we'll be monitoring this piece of legislation. The next bill that I'll talk about for a minute is work comp reform. That is ABC's primary piece of legislation over the next year, and we will be introducing it. We just feel that work comp fraud has gotten a little out of hand in the state of Alabama, and we really need to have some type of reform to ensure that those individuals committing work comp fraud are convicted of a felony if proven guilty. A lot of states have passed this bill. It's a lot out there online about it. We encourage you to look it up, research about it, but this is something that we feel will continue to attract businesses to our state. Infrastructure funding, all of you guys have probably been monitoring the gas tax dialogue that's going on. There is a newly formed Alliance for Infrastructure Funding that's just been formed by like-minded business community people and associations that are very interested in improving the infrastructure funding for the state of Alabama. That's what this alliance will do, and ABC will be there along the way. Sprinkler legislation. Y'all have heard this for 3 or 4 years. We finally feel we've got a compromised bill. It's in Legislative Reference Service as we speak. And what this is going to do is actually allow plumbers to install sprinklers only in a residential setting when meeting certain criteria, and also when getting a certain amount of continuing education opportunities that will be afforded to them. We do feel that this bill is now compromised, and we'll be moving forward with the State Fire Marshal in support of this legislation. Lastly, the one you've probably heard the most about is prison reform. It does look like that there will be a special session within session. The governor will call that, and the state and the elected officials will be talking about $800 million worth of construction for prison reform in the state of Alabama. ABC will certainly be monitoring this legislation and continuing to update you as a member to let you know when these opportunities become available, because an $800 million impact to this state's economy that's already starting to recover is a huge deal for jobs in this state. Again, thanks for tuning in, and if you've got questions, always call our office. We're here to serve you, our members.